To begin the Chinese scroll activity, you're going to need 2 blank sheets of paper like this. We've got to do some setup here at the beginning. Okay, so we've got to set our scroll up and get things ready to go for what we need. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sheet of paper. Actually, I'm going to do this for both, but I'm going to fold it in half, okay, and crease it down the middle. Then what I need to do is I'm going to need to draw some lines across here. Actually, I need to divide it into 4 equal parts. So the easy way to do that, I think, is I'm going to then take my sheet of paper and I'm going to fold it over in half this way. And I wish there was a way I could just kind of make a mark, but I'm going to have to crease it all the way across. It'll be okay. Then once I have it creased all the way across, and then I'm going to go across again, but this time I'm not going to crease it all the way. So watch what I'm going to do. Just on the edges here, I'm just going to pinch them together. And what it does is it just kind of makes a little mark for me. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but I've got a mark here and here. Here's my crease in the middle and a mark here and here. And what that does is it kind of gives me a mark where I can divide that equally across. So I'm going to take something and then I'm going to draw some lines across connecting those marks. So I've got a little folder here. If you got a book or you've got a ruler, you don't need a ruler, but if you got a ruler, you can use that. I'm going to draw that across. I'm going to do that here for this one as well. Straight as I can get it. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect. You can see I've got my lines, and then I connect here as well. Okay, then I'm going to actually do the same thing on the back side. I've got to get my lines drawn there as well. So once again, try to find my little creases. Get that drawn on there. That drawn, and get my last one drawn here as well. Okay, so now I've got those. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sheet of paper again, I'm going to fold it, and I've got to tear it. I'm going to tear it across here. So I take that, and I like to give it a little lick to make sure it gets softened up. Then I lay it flat, tear it across. Now I've got my sheets of paper. Okay, and what I'm going to do with these then is I'm going to get them set up. And so what I need to do to get them set up, this very first panel here, this is going to basically be my cover page. So I'm not going to do anything with this yet. I'm going to leave that alone for now because I'm going to get a nice design on here. I'm going to get my title, Chinese Achievement Scrolls, then I'm going to get my name and period number and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to design this first panel up. The rest of them is going to be all about the great stuff that the Chinese had created. So I've got to get the rest of these set up. So what I'm going to do to set them up is I'm going to write Chinese character in each one. It's going to take us some time to get this set up, but don't worry about it. It actually goes fairly quick. My symbol. Okay, and I'm going to do that on each one. Chinese character. My symbol. Okay, so now I've got those words written in. I'm going to put an interesting little divider squiggle in here in the middle. Okay, kind of a yin-yang type of thing in here. Okay, so that divides it. Then on the back side, I'm going to flip it over. And in the middle here, I'm just going to write description on each one. Because what I'm going to do for each one of the placards that we'll use, I'm going to draw in the Chinese symbol or character that is the word for the item. I'm going to draw a picture of that item over here. And then on the back side of that same one, I'm going to write a description using some concrete details, probably a minimum of 3 concrete details, to help me describe what that item actually is and how it was invented and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll have that. So you can see, if you look at this, I've got my cover page at the very, very top, and then all the rest of them I've got set up with Chinese characters, my symbols. Turn them over. I've got, here's that top one, description, 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 all the way down. And what I'll actually do is I'll do that same thing for both sheets of paper. And I'll get these ones set up with my words and my little symbols and things on there as well. It's going to take me some time to get this set up, but once I got it set up, then I'm ready to go.